Julia, a theme throughout the summit was how BRICS countries are some of the worst hit by COVID-19.
That's right. After all the other leaders wished President Ramaphosa a happy birthday, first on the agenda was COVID-19. Of course, this outbreak has disproportionately affected BRICS countries. Indeed, we're talking about Russia, India and Brazil, and of course China, where the pandemic originated. And it is a pressing issue for all countries around the world, how to tackle the ongoing pandemic and to deal with the economic ramifications of it as well. And that's something that the BRICS leaders were really stressing that needed to be carried out with cooperation between these countries, working together on developing digital infrastructure in healthcare and education going forward, and of course trying to tackle the ongoing pandemic, how the countries have been helping each other, and how the new development bank has been able to issue loans to these countries to handle the pandemic in a healthcare setting as well as the economic fallout.
And what about economic answers? More on that. What are BRICS solutions to the revival of the global economies?
Well, maintaining multilateralism was a big key word here. And of course, these countries said that they wanted to encourage deepening trade between the BRICS members. And of course, as I mentioned, the new development bank will play a very vital role in the ongoing recovery of the BRICS economies during and after the pandemic. And of course, that was something that was also emphasized by President Cyril Ramaphosa. This is what he had to say about economic recovery in his remarks.
Since restoring our economies to good health is a goal that is common to all of us, it is timely that we are undertaking a review of the BRICS Strategy for Economic Partnership 2025. We remain committed to achieving sustainable development in BRICS and to the creation of opportunities for all. To fast-track our economic recovery, trade and investment ties between BRICS countries must be strengthened. The pandemic has exposed the vulnerability of an overdependence on fragile global supply systems, even for basic foods and essential medical products. As African countries, it has shown us the need to build more resilient national and regional supply chains to enable the continent of Africa to respond more effectively to such crises in future.
So let's talk about this. How do the BRICS countries plan to work together in fighting the pandemic, particularly with the sharing of a vaccine solution?
That's right. Of course, that was front and center as well, the issue of vaccine diplomacy. Of course, Russia has two leading candidates for a COVID-19 vaccine, which have both been registered here domestically. And the main one is Sputnik V, which was registered as early as August. Now, Russia has already got agreements with several BRICS members, including India and Brazil, to produce doses of the vaccine, both for their own countries and more broadly internationally. And China's President Xi Jinping also said that he would consider giving the Chinese vaccine candidates and making arrangements with other BRICS countries as well. So this is certainly one way that these countries are working together, the partnerships between the member countries working together to try to battle COVID-19. And it's possible that these BRICS members may be first in line when the vaccines are finally rolled out.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Julia Chapman is in Russia.